what is the most important information that I need to ask for and get released of when someone would like to give a straight donation to a nonprofit? I need to develop a donate sheet. Okay, first of all, I have to acknowledge you for being in nonprofit fundraising development and wanting data. You're not alone in this. There are a lot of nonprofit fundraising or development professionals out there who get data, who understand the need for data and a donor database and all that. And there are a lot who don't. There are a lot who are just glad that the money's coming in, and they don't necessarily see the need to look at the data. Maybe they see themselves as like, I'm a people person. That's fine. And did you know that you can be a people person and use data and databases and information that you're talking about to help you be even more of a people person and even more effective? So I just want to acknowledge you for overcoming the hurdle that a lot of people haven't done yet, but they're going to get there. So what's the most important information? So I'm going to give you my CFO framework, right? I'm not in fundraising, I'm not in development, but I'll give you the framework for what information should I get. And this framework can be applied very broadly, not just in nonprofit fundraising or development. Here's a framework. There are, in general, two reasons for collecting data: external purposes or internal purposes. External, what I mean is, for example, if the IRS needs it, if it's required by an auditor, if it's required by the bank, if it's required by an external party because you need something from that external party, to continue operating legally, for example, or you need a bank loan or whatever else. There's an external factor saying we need this. Maybe it's your board of directors requiring monthly financials, whatever it is. External factor. Also an internal factor. Will I make a decision based on this information? Will I take new action based on this information? If the answer is yes, for internal purposes, collect it. If the answer is no, don't bother. The only reason to collect information that you're not going to use to make a decision or to alter the course of the organization or to help it in its financial health is for compliance. Because you know what? You have to do what you have to do to remain solvent and remain operating. So so now specific to your question, in the world of fundraising, what are you going to do with that information? You're going to reach out again, right? So if someone is donating one time, boom, that means they've gone all the way through the steps of learning that you exist, connecting with you, building confidence that you're going to do with their money what you say you're going to do with their money, and they've actually donated. Well, keep that information. If they've gone all these steps, they're probably going to donate again. So take whatever contact information you can get to be able to include that person in your organization's future outreach. That will include, but not be limited to, email addresses, phone numbers, postal addresses, street addresses, social media properties, WhatsApp, the phone number, if they have a WhatsApp, whatever it is that your organization can do, especially if it is in bulk, then it's more efficient, of course. But for your major donors or your potential major donors, you don't necessarily have to communicate in bulk. You can get somebody's, if they're using WhatsApp, fine, you get on WhatsApp and you can connect there and keep them apprised of what your organization's up to, keep them inspired, and from time to time make the ask, hey, guess what, we're doing a special thing to help even more people and we're looking to raise X amount of dollars. Would you like to be a part of making it happen? So contact information, the thing to be very, very cautious of, don't collect information that could have implications for data security. Don't collect, for example, don't have anybody email you their credit card information. Don't have, I don't know why you would get like a social security number, but don't collect sensitive financial information. Don't collect dates of birth. Don't collect account and routing information for their bank accounts, not through unsecured channels. So there are certain types of information including payment information that will need to be collected, may need to be collected in order for them to donate to your organization. But be very aware of the channels that you use to make that happen and keep that information secure. For example, sending out a payment link is a whole lot better than saying, "Oh, email me your credit card information." It's thinking it's secure. It's not secure. It's very much not secure. So when it comes to sensitive information, just be aware of that. A thing regarding dates of birth, for example, and that'll be my last piece for this. Dates of birth. You may need that information in order to put a donor in a particular category. Like if your organization has a Young Donors Club, you might ask, "Hey, what's your date of birth?" You can be part of the Young Donors Club. Don't ask for someone's date of birth, especially if it's over an unsecure channel, because then you're sitting with somebody's date of birth in your email inbox. And long story short, that's a big no-no for security purposes. You can say, "What's your year of birth?" Or better yet, "Hey, these are the donors clubs that we have, the Young Donors Club and the Platinum Donors Club, or the Senior Citizens Donors Club." And it's for ages 5 to 52 or whatever. Does it make sense for you to be in one of those clubs? Then all they have to do is say yes or no. So be very careful when it comes to requesting sensitive financial information. Hey, Aaron, welcome to the show. All right. One other quick thing. You say that you need to develop a donate sheet. I generally recommend using a CRM database, a donor database, that you can really get a lot of good actionable information, a lot of automated actions, ways to reach out to certain donors with certain characteristics. It's a lot more efficient than a sheet of paper, and for most people, it's a lot better than a spreadsheet, because it would take generally some serious Excel skills to build a spreadsheet that can do for you what a CRM does or a bona fide donor database would do for you. And if you are in fundraising and development, chances are you haven't developed that level of Excel expertise. Because if you've developed that level of Excel expertise, you're going to be in my industry. So that's my last thought about that.